Welcome to Beware of Spoilers. I am Adam. This is going to be a quick one because it is very, very hot today for absolutely no reason. And I tend to record this in my car right after seeing the movie. So, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, which if you saw the title, you have no idea what the title meant. If you're me, I guess if you speak Latin, you would understand what the title is. I gotta say, they managed to drag out the plot that they should have gone with for this movie into two movies, between this one and the inevitable Chapter 4, and they did it in a very well done way that it doesn't feel like you got dragged into an extra movie that you didn't need to see. Um, like, let's just start where we are. Chapter 2 ended with him killing the member at a high table in the Continental, which breaks the rules because the Continental is consecrated grounds where you don't conduct business. In this case, business being killing people. So he goes off to so he's excommunicado, which is the bounty on his head, and he's forfeited his life, and now he's on the run. And that's what the movie picks up, is that he's got an hour until he starts being hunted. So that's what we follow him for in the beginning of the movie. We're following him as he's trying to survive and trying to escape. He goes back to his adopted mother. We find out, and she sends him to Casablanca. By the way, if you cringe at gore, there's a lot of weird gore in this movie that's bad, like The Revenant, and at the end of The Revenant where he stabs Tom Hardy through the back of the knee, and that, if you thought that was bad, this movie has a lot worse in it. At one point he slowly pushes a knife into a guy's eye early on. It's a fun movie. So he goes off to what's it called? Casablanca in Morocco, and we see this woman who's known as the arbitrator show up, and she starts meeting with all the people from the last movie who helped John Wick in his quest to kill the guy. So she goes to see the what's it called? Winston, who owns the Continental. She goes to meet, I forgot his name, who runs the Bowery. He's played by Lawrence Fishburne. She goes to do that. And a lot of the performances in this movie are very subdued, and I think that's meant to be a contrast to the overriding action. It's like there's all of this death and murder and stuff going on around it, just human carnage going on around them, and everyone's very matter-of-fact, very business about what's going on. And it's meant to be to juxtapose the action, is everyone being very subdued and mellow, with the exception of Lawrence Fishburne, who plays it up, and he's really entertaining to watch. Same thing with Jason Mantzoukas. He's got a really fun ending in the beginning too. I don't know his real name. I'm just gonna say he's the chairman from Iron Chef America. But he is what Ruby Rose was to the last movie. He is in this movie. And he's just a kind of a fanboy for John Wick. He's like, you see it in the trailer. He's like, I've wanted to meet you for a long time, and so far you have not disappointed. And he's actually a pretty good fighter at it. And again, when you see John Wick, you're not going for the story. You're going for 2 hours approximately of human carnage with impressive set design, cool things with lighting, and good choreography. And I know I hate it. It kind of goes against what I say about other movies, where it's like we should be able to rate these movies against other things. And it's like, and then this happens, or The Fate of the Furious, or anything like that, where it's like, you just want to step back. Not everything's going to be a deep movie you gotta sit here and watch to get a plot or anything. This movie does a lot of world building for what this world is, and it's a nice entry into the story to continue on where we were with John Wick. Now, what was it? That said, it's a shallow story. It's, as usual, it's a very thin premise to get you to sign on to him killing a lot of people for the entire movie. but it's very entertaining. If you have seen any of the previous John Wick movies, you're probably going to see this one. But if you haven't seen them yet, definitely go check them out before you see this one, because I feel like this isn't like what's it called? This isn't like other movies where you can kind of jump into the third one. I mean, it has chapter 3 in the title. This is the third chapter of the movie, so you do have to see the first two to really get where we are at this point. What we got, how we got to this point is important. So seeing 1 and 2 is an important thing you should do before you see this one. That said, you can probably get them really cheap at like Walmart or Best Buy or any number of places. You can rent them on Amazon, or you can even, find it on, I think it's probably on Netflix or something. So, if you have not seen any of the John Wick movies, see them, then go see this, because it's just, it's something cathartic about watching this, or watching a Roland Emmerich movie, or watching a, what's it called, a Fast and the Furious movie, where it's like, you're not there for the plot. You know what you're there for. You're there to watch the murders. You're there to watch the races. You're there to watch the world get destroyed in some giant way. And that's what you're here for. But it's definitely worth your time, I think. If you have not seen this movie yet, and it is Saturday, so it just came out 2 days ago, so that's going to be a lot of people, and it's only projected to do about 60 million this weekend. If you have not seen this movie, go see it. It is very entertaining, and it's a short one, too. It's only 2 hours. But yeah, definitely go check this one out. And we'll be back next week with something else opening the 24th against Aladdin that I was looking forward to. I forgot what it was, though. But if not that, then Aladdin will be next week's movie. And with that, have a great rest of your week.